The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department has detected 81 cases of the COVID-19 Omicron XBB subvariant here in the Philippines. Out of the 81 XBB cases, 70 have already recovered, 8 are in isolation, while 3 cases are still being verified. There are no recorded deaths from the XBB subvariant. The DOH earlier said that XBB can evade vaccine immunity better than the BA.5 subvariant. The rise in COVID-19 cases in Singapore has been attributed to the XBB Omicron COVID subvariant. And the Immigration Bureau will start deporting overstaying Pogo workers on Wednesday. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla said at least 6 foreign nationals will be deported tomorrow, while the deportation of 400 others are still being scheduled. Remulla says the national government will not be shouldering the expense for the deportation of these individuals. The Bureau of Immigration is also set to cancel the visas of thousands of illegal Pogo workers that are still here in the country.
Self-deportation mo na to that they're paying for. There are 400 more in custody which are being scheduled. China is validating the identities of the persons to be deported if they're really their nationals, if they're overstaying.
And one veteran journalist believes that the Marcos administration opening the new position of a creative communications advisor is a bit worrisome. In an interview with the Chiefs, Center for Media Freedom and Responsibility, or CMFR, trustee Virgel Santos said that this post could be used to manipulate information. Santos explained that the government does not need to be creative to be able to effectively communicate to the public. Film and TV director Paul Soriano took his oath on Monday as the presidential advisor on creative communications.
They have been trying to communicate creatively, but they haven't been very successful about it. They came out lying instead. So they probably needed someone to be less seen as doing what they have been doing all along in any case.
We're going to pause for a quick break, but we will be back with more stories after that. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Cebu remains as the wealthiest province in the Philippines, according to the latest findings of the Commission on Audit. In its 2021 annual financial report, the Commission ranked Cebu as the richest province in terms of equity and assets. This is the 8th consecutive time that Cebu topped the list of the wealthiest provinces nationwide. Also included in the COA's top 10 richest provinces are Rizal, Batangas, Davao de Oro, and Bukidnon. Uber's efforts to get its drivers to convert to electric vehicles have been crucial in solving the pollution problem in London. The details in this video from Bloomberg.
Uber is electrifying its ride-hailing fleet fastest in the City of London. Uber has had as tumultuous a history in London as perhaps any other major city in the world. In 2019, London's transport regulator revoked Uber's license to operate in the city for the second time in just over 2 years. Mayor Sadiq Khan said Uber had exhibited a, quote, pattern of failure with respect to conducting background checks and verifying the identity of drivers. Uber's efforts to get its drivers to switch to electric vehicles has been crucial to the company transforming from a problem for the city to a potential problem solver. Sadiq Khan has been one of the world's most aggressive mayors in terms of policies to reduce road congestion and pollution. London charges drivers daily to use the city's most congested roads, and drivers have to pay extra if they're behind the wheel of older, higher-emitting cars. Electric vehicles are exempt from these charges, which has helped tip the scales in favor of EVs. Uber has done its part to further boost the economics of driving an EV in the city. In 2018, the company started what it called a clean air fund. Riders paid 15 pence per mile into savings accounts for each driver. Drivers can only put this money in these accounts to use toward buying or renting an EV. As of February, there was about £148 million in these accounts. And to sweeten the deal, Uber has arranged discounts on EVs from Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan. To meet its emissions goals, Uber will need more politicians to follow Khan's lead in taxing or regulating polluting cars off roads. It will need automakers to manufacture more electric vehicles and for supply of used EVs to grow. I'm Craig Trudell, and this is How We Move. For more stories like this, follow us on your favorite platforms.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The infrastructure damage in northern Luzon from Typhoon Neneng has hit over 80 million pesos. Over 100,000 people were affected by the typhoon. The Parañaque Veterinary Service confiscated sacks of mishandled and unhygienic meat at the La Huerta Public Market. Last week, authorities also seized 50 kilograms of mishandled frozen meat in Novaliches, Quezon City. And Malacanang has declared October 31 as a special non-working holiday. The palace said this is in order to give way for a long weekend as it falls before All Saints' Day on November 1. A no-work, no-pay policy is in place during non-working holidays, while employees who do report to work on that day will be paid an additional 30% of their daily rate. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.